Good morning. This is Rod Alfred coming to you live from my study here at our home. Okay, over the last 12 months, I have put together a series of proofs, if you like, that Tahitian Noni does work. It is a very concentrated form of nutraceuticals. In fact, they've identified over 275 nutraceuticals from this amazing fruit juice. Now, this juice comes from Tahiti because that has the best climate for growing of noni. When they started, they did lots of research around the world to find easy access to that product, but unfortunately, Tahiti sits way out in the middle of the Pacific, miles from anywhere, and it doesn't have bottling plants, so that made things a little more expensive than perhaps, had they been able to get it from Hawaii or somewhere close like that. But unfortunately, they had to make do with where the best fruit was. So they processed the fruit locally on the ground, put it into big 1 metre cube totes, as they call them, and they shipped them off to various places around the world for processing. So that is an amazing product, comes from an amazing place, but it comes with some challenges to get it to market. Okay. Now, over the last 12 months, I've put up lots of videos about people and doctors and all sorts of people who say that Tahitian only helps them. Now, I'm coming up to 70 years old, and I've had lots of, I've got to say, I haven't had lots of the problems that other people have. I have no arthritis, my hands and fingers work fine, my feet are fine, and I don't have any twinges or anything, so I'm able to exercise and do all those things which I need to keep fit in my advancing years. But actually, we went to a birthday party the other week for Jan Skelly. Now, Jan's been a business builder in our business for many years. She and Pete's 91 and she's 90, and they both live in their unit, and they're surprisingly healthy and doing well. I was just reading now about how the government is facing a huge crisis with the aging population, and they're putting all sorts of rules. If you go into a nursing home, then you've got 2 years for your house to stay in your property, but after 2 years, it becomes taxable, it becomes an asset. So it's not easy these days to get old and to do it gracefully and to do it well. But Jan and Pete are showing that it can be done. They can live in their own house and be successful in their 90s. So that was a great encouragement to me. I've got another 20 years to catch them. So I'm hoping we can stay in our home and be healthy and productive too. Now, I wanted to mention a post I put back a couple of days ago, a woman called Jazz Bath. Jazz is of Indian descent, she lives in Australia, and she started the business less than 12 months ago. In 11 months, she went from zero to being a chairman level 2, which is one of the highest achievements in the company. Now, when you get to that level, you're laughing. Financially, you're doing extremely well. Probably up to the 1% of people in the network marketing business. So she did extremely well, as we did many years ago. And it's been a great asset to us, this business that we've built. Now, I would encourage you tonight to look on the webinar, which I have posted on the All Things Noni page on Facebook. It's being held tonight. It's by a young woman who's joined the business and doing very well too. So if you get a chance, it's a Zoom call. The details are on the page. Now, PartnerCo has acquired the Tahitian Noni business. PartnerCo is two directors. One achieved what we call Black Pearl status in the earlier company. He was an amazing young fellow. His name is John Wadsworth, same as his uncle, who was John Wadsworth, who was one of the original founders of Tahitian Noni. So John and his mate are now the two directors, and they run a very lean but good company. And it pays well and pays weekly, whereas the old one didn't pay so frequently. So weekly is good. Now, one thing I came across the other day, someone put out a video about all the chemicals in the world, and they say that we are exposed to 80,000 chemicals a day. Now, that's just blow my mind. Who can think that they can be safe from 80,000 different chemicals? Well, Tahitian Noni provides, as I mentioned, 275 distinct new phytonutrients, which can help get rid of some of these chemicals. So it's part of our defense against the evils of this modern world, which are many and numerous. Okay, now when we started the business, it cost $65 to join, which they gave you a little starter kit, and was a case of juice. Now it's a little bit different. Times have moved on. The price of a case of juice, because of my discount, is actually cheaper than it was back then. One thing that's different in the new company, in Partner Co, is that they require you to maintain the business, you have to buy 100 points of product. Now, one bottle of Noni juice is 20 points. So whereas before you could get by with 4 bottles, now to get the 100 points, you need to buy 5 bottles in a month. And that's fine. As we get older, we need to drink a bit more juice, so we don't have any troubles with that. So that's just one little fact I thought I'd mention to you. But if you look at the Partner Co website, where with my offer there's a link, you can look at the Partner Co website, you go to shop and there's numerous products you can buy. And all of them are really good. They don't sell any rubbish on the site. They sell tried and tested products. Tahitian Noni is my favourite. It's the one we've concentrated on, but there are other products there too. There's all sorts of weight loss products, there's fibre products, there's mineral products, there's any number of things. So have a look on the website, and if you get a chance tonight, watch that webinar, because it'll tell you how you can make a business. And these days we all need something else on the side. If you go to work, well, you need some income on the side. If you're retired, you need some income on the side. All that is there for you. So see what you can see tonight, and hope to see you on that webinar, because I will certainly be there. Bye, and thanks for watching.